Let's continue experimenting and playing around with numbers. Suppose I want to ask someone or a user in our script how old they are right now. So let's say current age, prompt, how old are you? And I want to use the age variable to tell this person or to log and say that in 1 year you will be, I'll just concatenate this, age, let's put it in brackets, +1 plus that years old. And let's see what result we get. When I get that, I can say 25, and in 1 year I'll be, wow, 251 years old. What's going on here? A while back I showed you that if you added things like this or numbers inside of strings, you would ideally get a combination of those characters. You wouldn't get the arithmetic, or even if one of them was an actual pure number like this, where it's a pure 1 and you're 12, I would still get 1 to 1. So what does JavaScript, or what can JavaScript do for us to avert this kind of problem? Well, one thing we could do is we could use a method that JavaScript provides. It's called parseInt, and parseInt takes in a string and converts it into an integer. So when I refresh again and say I'm 12, I should get this kind of result that says in 1 year I'll be 13 years old. When handling input in forms in the future, the web only deals with text. Even if you type in a number, it will still be rendered or shown as a string. And if you're going to work with JavaScript, you want to always be converting whatever is inside your strings, that is a number, into an integer, a float, or into the data type you want to work with. Now let's continue playing a little bit longer in our console. Let's say our age is okay, right now granted it's 12, and let's just reassign it by first pressing it, and notice our age is that. We can check its type using type of, and that's a number. Let's see, what else can we do with numbers? Well, you can parse them. You can, if that number is a floating point, what happens if we did this? parseInt. Any guesses? Well, if you guessed that it would only return 12, you are right. And just there, you see. So what happens if you wanted to return, say age was 21.2. If we did parseInt on that, we would get a truncated form. So it only give us 21 and ignore 0.2. Now, JavaScript also provides us with something called parseFloat. It's a nice method that will retain the float. So in this case, our decimal value will get shown. And there are a few gotchas when working with strings. So for example, I am 12 years old. If we try to parse this integer, we would get something called not a number. NaN stands for not a number. It just means that parseInt wasn't able to see a number at the beginning of the string. parseInt is quite an interesting beast. We might say something 12 years old, and it will return 12, because parseInt parses only the strings, or just look through the strings, and if it begins with a number, it will only stop and convert that part. Now what happens if we say, let's add a type, say 76. it will still pick the first occurrence of that and ignore the space. It wouldn't pick or see 76. So as you work with these libraries and all that, don't forget that we do have functionality like parsing that will help convert a bunch of stuff. In the next section, we shall take a look at Madlibs and hope that will help harness little playful tools that we've learned this far. Thank you.